Okay, your first assignment or an exercise, however you want to look at it. I want you to go out and find an interesting background, a place where people travel past. And I want you to make images. I want you to hang out there for 15 minutes to an hour. If it's really dull and nothing's happening, go find a new place, okay? But don't take just one image, make a bunch, but wait for something to happen, okay? You might get people walking by. You might get people interacting with that interesting background. If it's something that catches everyone's eye, they might be looking at it. You don't have to stand in one place. You can move to make the image. Think about your angle. What kind of emotion that you're creating? What's the vibe that's happening here? I want you to start to think about captioning. We're going to talk more about captioning, but just think who, what, where, when, why. So where are you? If you have the opportunity to talk to someone, you might get their name, get a story from them. The caption might be your experience. Hey, I was out and I saw this spectacular mural from Life is Beautiful, and there was this group of, school kids coming by looking at it, and, so I decided to make a few photographs of that. Look for the stories that are unfolding. I know this is going to be really likely, and I'm waiting for the day it happens, that I'm in front of one of those murals and a dancing dog comes by. You guys know I like dogs. How cool would that be? Then, of course, you're going to have to go talk to someone. Like, how did that dog learn to dance like that? And then you'll get a story. So that's going to make for some interesting stuff. So I'm waiting. It's going to happen. I know it is. So you just never know what will happen. We have seen monkeys out on Fremont Street, performing monkeys. Haven't seen that in a while, but it's happened. So while you're hanging out, if you hear people talking and they're saying something interesting, you could write down a little quote that they're saying to add to your caption. Don't be afraid to talk to people, but remember, you're making the images. So make the image first and then talk to the people. You might want to ask for permission to take their shot. Maybe they're doing some funny posing and you'd be like, hey, I'll shoot those for you if, let me get the camera out. Just remember, if nothing interesting is happening, move on, find another place. And take the picture of the shot, without anything happening. I like to do that as well, because it might just be an interesting photograph. Also remember that if you're photographing murals and things like that, that's someone else's art, so it's important to credit those people. But a lot of times when we travel, murals are really interesting to look at. But show it in context. Don't just show the mural itself. Show it on the side of the building. Show the whole building. Show that it's in a place that people walk by. Things like that. Okay, so that's the interesting background idea. Now, I'm in Santa Fe, New Mexico for the summer. And here we have absolutely incredible light. So I might not want to do an interesting background. I might want to photograph interesting light. So I'm going to look for that light coming through the trees. I'm going to look for the light hitting the side of someone's face down on the plaza. I want to play with the light and let the light help tell the story, okay? So think about the color of light. That's that time of day. Later in the day, it gets that golden light, then that bluish light, harsh light at the middle of the day. It rains here a lot in the summer. So we get clouds that half cloud, here's the sun, and then you get these beautiful things happening. So look for things like that. You might be in a location that you can do that. Play with dramatic shadows. Shadows are incredible. I have a whole series here in Santa Fe that I just photograph harsh shadows on the stucco walls of vines. I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but someday I'm going to do something with it. But for travel photography, I might put 9 of those together and make a grid. It tells a story. Think about silhouettes with the light. How are you going to silhouette that action? And once again, I want you to caption the photos. You could say, this golden light at this time of day, and I'm photographing the lights off of this type of tree. I don't know trees. I would have to do that research too. So basically, you're going to spend an extended period of time exploring one of these 2 stories, and you're going to look for the story. I'm going to talk a lot about finding the story. Just don't make the image. Think about why people are going to want to look at it. And the story could be simple. It doesn't have to be big, in-depth stories. It could just be the beauty of it. That could be the story. You're going to have to build your patience with this assignment. You're not just going to be going. You might have to slow down and look. And by doing that, your eye is going to grow. You need to be able to work quickly. You need to know how your camera works. You need to be technically sound while doing this project, because if someone's walking past that mural and they're blurred, it's probably not going to be that good. However, if you set up your tripod and you wanted them blurred, you'll notice a slower shutter speed and it'll look intentional. The secret is keeping things looking real. If everything's blurred, I'm going to say, hey, your shutter speed was too slow. Don't ever submit a photograph like that, because you want good, technically sound images. So you're going to make 3 to 6 images for this project. You're going to caption the images. You're going to post the images to social media. You're going to include captions in social media. And you're going to email me those 3 to 6 images with your captions. We are going to be posting to Facebook for this project. We have a Facebook group. The link is on the website. Okay, so I need to admit you into it. It's a group we've used before. And then go and participate in that group. I want you to make comments on other people's stuff. I want you to find inspiration in other people's images. But remember to send me the email and post to social media, and that will be Facebook. Okay, so if you have any questions, email me. I'm here. I want to answer your questions. I can't wait to see the images that you make. So go out and snap away. Click, click.